everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree Buonomo. Hi if you're new here, or hey if you've been here before. Today we are back at it with another writing experiment, and this one I am so excited to be doing because the wonderful Brook Writes here on YouTube asked a bunch of us if we wanted to do an experiment where we wrote like other authortubers. And today I got to pick the wonderful Helene Foy as my authortuber that I am going to try to write like today. Helene has such an interesting schedule because we are a little bit different in age. So she's a little bit at a different point in her life compared to me. So it's going to be interesting to see how I can mesh together my aspects of daily life with hers to make it the closest thing to her schedule. I'm really excited because there is a couple things that I don't normally have or do with her schedule that I want to try. And similarly, there's a few things in this list that I think would definitely lead to a productive day. But I'm going to be curious to see like what my thoughts are at the end of the day and if it's sustainable. Like for instance, she will typically do her writing in the afternoon, and most days for me that I'm not able to do that because I work. And on the weekends, the afternoons are pretty much me running around a lot. So it's interesting because I'm already kind of predicting that this wouldn't be sustainable for me, but I'm still excited to give it a try. So with that introduction out of the way, we are going to jump right into Helene's daily schedule. I'm going to note now that it is 6:38 a.m. and I'm already regretting this a little bit because it's a Saturday, but this is my time to film and do experiments. So here we are, it's a Saturday. I woke up at 6:10 in the morning. Helene typically says she wakes up between 6 a.m. and 6:30. So my alarm went off at 6:10. So Helene stated that she pretty much in the morning wakes up and has 1 to 2 cups of warm water immediately. I don't know what warm water is personally. Like I don't know if like she actually like puts a kettle on or warms it up in the microwave, or if it's just like I'm gonna take a room temperature bottle of water or something like that. I don't know. I haven't researched this to see if people actually like drink like actually warmed up water, but that grosses me out. I like room temperature water, but not warming it up. So I don't know. I didn't ask for clarification, and I didn't want to because I really didn't want to hear that it was going to be warmed in the microwave. But we're going to go grab my bottle of water that is room temperature, and then Helene stated that immediately she pretty much meditates for about a half hour. So I think I'm going to split my meditation up a little bit. I'm going to do 15 minutes of meditation and then 15 minutes of journaling. So that's what I'm going to do this morning and kind of like get in a good healthy mindset. So let's start this experiment. So I have my bottle of water, which is room temperature. I put it out all night. So we are going to drink that. I have a 15-minute meditation that I found on YouTube, and then I'm going to do my tarot cards and journaling right after. So let's get on with the show. Hi again, guys. So it is now 7:15, and I'm not gonna lie, I get hungry some days very easily, and today is one of those. So I think my body just naturally is like, oh, you've been awake for an hour, it's breakfast time. But this is what I'm going to try to do. So Helene basically said that during the mornings after she meditates and gets her water and everything, she pretty much straight goes into her schoolwork. Now, as I already mentioned in this video, I'm not a student currently and I don't have like schoolwork. And on the day that I'm filming this, it is a Saturday, and I do not do work like my job. I do not do my job on the weekends, like at all. I leave that at work. I have a lot to deal with usually during the week, so I don't bring that home with me. So for that reason, trying to do something like productive isn't going to look like work or schoolwork for me today. But instead I was thinking about like what I can replace that with, and there are definitely some like life admin tasks that I can get done because I put them off until days like today when I have an excuse to do them. So I have like 3 different email addresses, and I have been letting my emails go by the wayside a little bit, where there's some things that like I wanted to come back to and read and like reach out to people. So I think the first thing I'm going to do this morning, while I finish my bottle of water, because I'm only like halfway there, I am going to put on my happy light. I'm going to do a little bit of my email clear out. And then there might be a few like tidbits as well that I might throw in there. Like I might respond to a few YouTube comments and go through a couple other like stupid life admin, like maybe my Goodreads and stuff like that. Like I know Helene actually mentioned that like sometimes in her downtime she will do like her social media stuff. So I think I'm also gonna lump that in here because I have to put a rep post on Instagram today, and I want to update my Goodreads and a few things like that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do until I feel like I have to eat something. Helene said that she usually eats around 9 a.m., but we'll see if I actually make it. So wish me luck as I do my email clear out and life admin.
Hey, so it is actually 7:57, almost 8 o'clock, and I am starving at this point. So I don't think I can wait another hour to eat. So I am going to go upstairs and make my breakfast. I did go through all of my emails to the capacity that I could. I ended up deleting a lot of stuff, and like I realized that some emails that like I had kept because I thought they were important from like years ago, they had nothing to do with what I thought they did. So I like read through them and I'm like, why have I this has been in my inbox forever. So I did get all of my inboxes manageable now, and there's just one thing that I got that I just wanted to put off because someone had sent me an email about like reading a book, but it looks like a scam, so I have to look into it more before I make a decision on if I'm going to respond or not. But that's the only thing that I really kind of paused. But because I'm hungry and I'm not going to be able to concentrate if I don't eat soon, I am going to go do that and make caffeine. So Helene said that she either eats oatmeal in the morning or avocado bread with an egg. And I'm going to go with the avocado toast because I don't think oatmeal will hold me over enough, and I only have instant oatmeal anyway, and I just don't want it. Helene also said that she typically prefers having a London fog, which is like a fancy type of Earl Grey with milk and lavender and like all this stuff. I found a recipe. I'm really excited to try it because it sounds really good. But that is going to be what I think I'm going to have for breakfast. So let's go make it.
So it is not quite 9 o'clock yet, but I finally ate. As you could see, I made my avocado toast with a little bit of everything bagel seasoning on top. I made my 1 egg, and I made a London fog, which honestly was one of the best tea lattes I've ever made. So if you guys are interested, maybe I will just like leave the ingredients, what I made, down below. I eyeballed everything, and most of the time I feel like when you're making tea or coffee, it's going to be to your specific tastes, but whatever I did, it worked perfectly. I really enjoyed that breakfast. That was just a really good breakfast. I will say that I am a coffee drinker. Now, I know that Helene does drink some lattes and stuff like that, but I believe, like, just from watching all of her videos, like, over the last, like, several months, she mostly sticks to tea, so I'm gonna try the tea. But she did say specifically that she doesn't really snack while writing or doing work, but occasionally she might take a break to go make a tea or a coffee. So I'm gonna see how this goes. I may end up making a coffee in a little bit just because I am feeling really tired. The tea was a little bit of caffeine, but it's not kicking in yet, so we'll see how it goes. However, because it's not 9 o'clock yet, I do want to finish up a few things. I have a couple social media things to do. So this is kind of where I'm going to take a little bit of liberty with Helene's schedule, because I'm assuming she does a decent amount of schoolwork during this time because she has several hours and wants to be done by lunch so she can write. So I'm going to try to get all the little things out of my way so that way once lunchtime comes, I can make lunch and start writing. So that includes, I'm going to post a picture for my Instagram. So I got to take that and like figure that all out. I'm also going to update, I didn't do update Goodreads, so I'm going to update that real quick. And then I think I'm going to do yoga. Helene said that she does like a light workout, but didn't really specify anything. And I have been doing yoga pretty much every day lately. So I think I'm going to do yoga and then actually get ready for the day, because she didn't specify when she like showers or whatever. So I'm, again, just going to kind of lump it in with this morning. So that way I make the most of my morning time. And that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm pretty excited, and I think that's just what we're going to do. If it's like after I do all the social media and my workout and getting ready, if I still have a little bit of time before lunch, I might then read for a little bit, because she did say like in her spare time she will try to read, but it seems more consistently that she will start writing like after she's made lunch. So she'll start writing as she's eating lunch and then kind of finish up throughout the rest of the afternoon until she feels like she's at a good writing, like a stopping point. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is try to keep my writing to that afternoon bit. And that's it. That's where I'm at with this. So far, I mean, I'm really liking that I got this morning time by myself and my breakfast was perfect, but we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Hello, my dears. So it is about 10:40 and I just turned my coffee pot on because you know what time it is. So overall, I did just want to give a shout out to Helene's style. So basically what she said is that she will pretty much wear sweats, a t-shirt, and fuzzy socks to write in. I have the t-shirt on. I'm freezing 200% of the time, so I don't know how long this is going to last because I get cold very quickly. Also, I don't really own sweatpants. I own leggings. Lots and lots of leggings. But we're here and we're going to pretend they're sweatpants today. And finally, I got my fuzzy socks on, which these are actually Chewbacca socks. They have a little Chewbacca strap there, but they match to the like woodsy t-shirt that I have on. So we got ready. I also, even though this has nothing to do with what Helene, like her daily schedule is, I noticed that most of the time her hair is straightened. I don't know if that's natural or if she actually straightens it, but I decided to go ahead and straighten my hair because we get wavy and craziness a lot of the time. And also she pretty much like either never wears makeup or wears like super minimal makeup. So I attempted to do a very minimalistic makeup style today. I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm pretty much, my go-to is a huge wing, pretty like, you know, intense makeup. Like I love playing with makeup. So this is super soft and I hope it works because I don't know, I kind of still feel naked, but yeah. So it's, like I mentioned, it's about 11:45 now. Even though for the most part, Helene has basically said that she will write right after she makes lunch and keep going. She also said that sometimes she starts writing around 10:30, and I'm gonna start doing that because I feel like if I put this off any longer, I'm gonna crash and I'm not gonna write today. So I'm gonna make a coffee for a boost. I'm gonna go start writing and we'll see how far I get. Maybe we will write a little after lunch, but maybe that'll be our stopping point after we eat and kind of get going. We'll see. Okay, I got my coffee. I'm in my reading chair and I just wanted to kind of update just so you guys understand where I'm coming from. So Helene basically said that normally, because she starts writing usually in the afternoon, she will start at her counter while she's eating and then move to the dining room table. But she also tends to write sitting on the couch and occasionally will write at her writing desk as well. Since I normally write at my desk, I decided that I'm gonna come to my chair. It's kind of like a couch. It's big enough, I think, for one person and it's super comfy. So I'm gonna start writing here for a little bit, see how far I get, and if I get hungry. Got my coffee behind me and I'm excited to start writing. I am getting really close to finishing my second draft
and things are gonna happen from there. I'm feeling it. So we'll check in later, guys. Okay, guys, so it is 12:38. I am starting to get a little bit hungry. I will say that breakfast was extremely filling, so I might have to do avocado toast and eggs more often, because I am so impressed that I'm just not as hungry as I normally am, because I usually eat about noon, and at that point my body's starving. But that is not what I'm actually here to talk about. So I do think I am going to take a writing break at this point. Now, Helene basically said that from like lunch, like after she feels comfortable where she's writing, she kind of just does things like as she feels like it. About dinner time, like between 4 and 5, I think, I could double check, but it's about that time when she starts to kind of wind down and spend time with her family as they get home and make dinner and all that good stuff. So since it's 12:40 now and I'm going to have some free time, I think I'm going to take a break in video game. I know technically Helene is not a gamer, but I'm using that as socializing with friends, because she does say that she will typically text or talk with some friends. So I am going to game with a friend and we're going to chat while we do that. So I'm going to tweak it a little bit. But I do kind of think I just need a break. However, I'm super impressed with the work that I've done. So since I've been writing, I've definitely given into a little bit of distractions. I've played on my phone a little bit. I watched like a small little video. But for the most part, I've written 1,136 words in like an hour. This is pretty common for me, because once I sit down to write, I can do it. But I wasn't expecting to write that much, and especially because Helene stated that most of her good days she gets between 1,000 and 2,000 words. So I'm pretty impressed that I did that. I pretty much met her goal already, and I still have a long night ahead of me. So what I think I'm going to do is take that as a sign, because I just finished my chapter 25. I edited/added words. In chapter 26, we are going to be starting on a whole new adventure, and I'm super excited because we are getting to Act 3. Chapter 26 starts Act 3, and we are in the home stretch, guys. I can't believe I'm here. So I'm going to take that as a sign that it's a good time to take a break and go play video games. And I'll probably make lunch, but I might make lunch a little bit later. And that way I can maybe jump back into writing a little bit more while I'm eating. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I did just want to kind of pop in and say that I technically have met my writing goal. I do feel like this is a good stopping point, which is also what Helene feels like. But I'm not going to take it off the table that I won't write more later. So for now, I'm going to take that break and we'll check in later.
Hi guys, so it is 6:30 at night. So let me catch you up to speed on a few things, because it has been a little bit of time since I last talked to you guys on the vlog. My afternoon plans did get a little skewed. So I think this is what the thing is when you have like a pretty set schedule, when you do it daily, it's a lot different than trying to do something like spur of the moment, especially, at least for me, when you live with someone who never has a schedule. My husband pretty much like flies by the seat of his pants every single day of his life, and I don't know how he functions. But because of that, sometimes even when I have things scheduled, they still get skewed because of his idea, because he might have something that comes up. So he has been really good with like, if I tell him I'm filming things or doing stuff, like he's pretty good with that. But what ended up happening is, for lunch, literally right after I had filmed the segment about me going to play video games and then maybe having lunch shortly thereafter, my husband texted and was like, I kind of want Chinese food, so I'm going to grab Chinese on the way home, because he was coming home. So I ended up eating Chinese food instead of my planned lunch. Because of that, I ended up eating with him for lunch. So that means I didn't really do the whole sitting at the counter while I'm eating and writing and then moving to the dining room table. And I kind of do feel bad, because I do feel like that's a pretty critical part to Helene's day, but it is what it is. I don't want to restart this experiment just because I missed that one part. But overall, I do feel like Helene's day and her normal routine is pretty chill to begin with. So I don't really feel like I'm missing or really like screwing things up just because like I missed one little thing. The other thing that I was kind of reminding me of is last summer in 2020, I did a writing experiment where I wrote like Sarah J. Maas for a day. And Helene's day, how she has it set up, kind of does remind me of Sarah J. Maas a little bit. So Helene does her schoolwork in the morning and then opens her afternoon up for writing. And Sarah J. Maas pretty much did all of her like nitty-gritty administration stuff in the morning so that she also could write most of the afternoon into the evening. So I do feel like that's very similar. And if I stayed home and like this, if writing was my main job, I think that would probably work best for me, because whatever it is, my entire schedule, like I'm really good at doing like mindless but like important stuff in the morning, and then giving myself like the ability to just kind of like focus and do like free work in the afternoon, such as writing. Same thing goes for my job. I'm better productivity wise in the afternoon if I don't have to start immediately in the morning. So it is like weird how my natural inclination is versus like what I actually do, because my job starts at 7:30 in the morning. So I kind of have to like do things throughout the day because I don't have the entire afternoon. But anywho, that was a little bit of a rant, but basically I just wanted to say that I do really like writing in the afternoon. And particularly, I'm finding this out since I started doing a little bit during NaNoWriMo, but I really like writing in that chair. Last year, I also did a video experiment where I wrote like Suzanne Collins, and Suzanne Collins pretty much exclusively wrote in a chair. And I'm getting used to writing over there. Like, I don't think I would do it all the time just because I do like having my big monitor set up, but some days it's just really nice to sit back, relax, and get cozy and write on my laptop versus sitting in my chair all the time. So I think I might start adapting that more into my regular routine, just because it is really nice to take a break and get cozy. So all in all, my afternoon, like I said, Helene kind of never had like a set, like this is exactly what she does. She basically said that she will film or edit videos, do social media, maybe do a short workout and read, like try to just fit some things in the afternoon. And that's kind of just what I did. I had already done some of my social media stuff in the morning, so I did socialize with friends a little bit by playing video games. I also had a short conversation with my grandfather because it is his birthday today, so I was able to call him and just wish him a happy birthday. So that was really nice. And then I did spend a little bit of time with my husband. It is getting close to dinner time now, so we will probably watch an episode of TV and eat together. Helene also said that she watches true crime. So while I'm waiting for dinner to be ready, I think I'm going to throw on an episode of true crime. Now, I don't know exactly what true crime she watches, but oddly enough, this had nothing to do with Helene, but it was the perfect timing, because last week I found a YouTuber named Bailey Sarian. And on Mondays, Bailey posts videos where she does makeup. And while she's doing her makeup, she talks about a true crime incident. And I've just been absolutely loving it. I like her vibes. I like her style of storytelling. And I mean, she does really good makeup, but I'm here for the storytelling. So I've been really, really into her stories. So I think I'm going to throw that up on YouTube and pick a true crime that I don't know a lot about, because she does have a good mixture of really like famous cases like serial killers, and then some like that have got under the radar, or some that was like kind of a big deal, like Lacey and Scott Peterson trial, like a couple like 20 years ago at this point. But yeah, she has a good mix. So I think I'm going to watch one of those, and I'm going to probably do that up until dinner. I'm probably just gonna do some low-key reading for the rest of the night, because Helene did say like after dinner she pretty much just winds down and kind of like looks for the end of the day. She also said that she writes out a to-do list for the next day, which, because I'm doing this on the weekend, I don't have like a tried and true to-do list, but there are a few things I want to do tomorrow, so I will do that before I wrap up my day. I also want to throw in here that when I was writing earlier, she did say that if she gets in like a writing slump or is having, you know, writer's block, that she does a couple different things to try to like bump her inspiration up. And that would be either switching to a different project, skipping ahead in the current project she's working on, so either doing a different chapter or scene, or turning on an inspirational playlist. So basically the way that I've been operating, I've been pretty solely working on my prophecy project, and because I'm editing, I haven't gotten to a part where I've been in a slump that I feel like I can't edit a page, but I did decide to turn on an inspirational playlist, and I found a fantasy mix that someone made on Spotify, and they had really good taste. The songs feel very fantastical, and I've actually felt like a couple of them, I was adding them into my own specific book playlist because I felt like the vibes were really strong. So that's been pretty much my wrap up to this point. So I will probably have a little bit more here and there, but overall, I mean, I really liked this. I do think Helene's vibe is really relaxing and chill. Most of her videos are that way too, and I definitely think this can be effective for some people depending on where they're at in their life or what their job looks like. But overall, I'm not mad at my progress. Like I said earlier, Helene said she usually gets between 1,000 to 2,000 words, and I'm already over that. But I'll check in at some point, guys. You know how this works at this
about
point.
Jim Jones and his upbringing and stuff, and like so random. This guy was so wow, random. He at one point.
Hi guys, so it is actually like 9 o'clock at this point, and I know Helene basically said that she goes to bed between 9:30 and 10:30, and as I mentioned, she does typically wind down for her night at this point. So pretty much I kind of wrote out my to-do list. I didn't film that, and I realized that like my brain has just been so scattered today, so this vlog probably isn't going to be the best. Like in some parts I'm really proud of what I did, in other parts I'm like I completely forgot. Like I forgot to film myself writing, which was the whole intention of this. I also didn't film like some of my other things, but like my to-do list for tomorrow was like pretty small. It was literally just I have a live stream, I'm running to the store tomorrow, and I want to finish another vlog that I'm doing. It's a reading vlog, so I would love to be able to try to finish that tomorrow, but that means most of my day is probably going to be spent reading, so we'll see. But I did just want to kind of do a quick wrap up here because it is kind of late and my day didn't go as planned because of my meals. My meals got so skewed and differed from what I originally intended and what times I intended. So it kind of like set everything off at a really weird pace. But overall, I feel really productive, but also very calm today. Like this has just been a very calming routine with the meditation early in the morning. I did the yoga, which, you know, was my light workout, which was also nice. And I just had like a nice productive day. I did finish a chapter. So I finished one full chapter and I wrote over 1,000 words to add to that chapter today. So even though I wanted to do more, and like part of me still wants to do more, I know I have a live stream tomorrow, so I'm kind of like not too worried about it. But yeah, it's just been an interesting day overall. I definitely think some of the things that I will keep in my routine moving forward from Helene is that London Fog. That was such a good drink, and I think if I steeped the tea a little bit longer, it would even be better, but I'm really happy with what I made from that. Also, I've had avocado toast before. I had it twice this week, and honestly, it's pretty filling with an egg as well. And I don't know if Helene like puts it all together and makes kind of like a sandwich with the egg on it, but I like having it just like the avocado on the toast with a little bit of seasoning and then an egg on the side. Like that was a pretty filling breakfast for me. So I think I'm gonna start buying this more often, especially because lately we've been making our own bread at home. So having the homemade bread with the avocado, I don't know, it's just like super bougie and I love it. But I definitely think I'm going to take that. And then also my chair, I think I'm going to write a little bit more here. I think if I can balance like writing at my desk for a little bit and then coming over here and kind of relaxing, it would actually probably help my body a little bit, because while I do have decent posture, sometimes like sitting in the chair upright hurts. I know that there's like standing desks and everything, and I probably would benefit from that, but that's just not me right now. So yeah, that's just kind of some of my takeaways. Overall, I really enjoyed this experience. I'm glad that I was able to do it. Maybe I will take it upon myself to do another one of these experiments down the line. So let me know if you've gotten this far to the video, if there's a specific Authortubers routine that you would like me to try, because I have some people in mind, but I would also love to see your opinions. And let me know down below what you think of Helene's routine and if I did it justice. I'm going to say I didn't quite do it justice because there were a few things that I missed, But, you know, sometimes when our brains are scattered, it just comes across as such. But overall, I was able to spend time with like friends virtually. I spent time with my husband today, and we just had a nice wholesome day. And that's what I feel like Helene's vibe is to me. It's just very wholesome. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I have a couple live streams coming up on my channel and on some other people's channels, so stay tuned for those. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye.